Okay, here we go. Getting it all on the drive run. There's the burnout. Player one may be able to pull a fast one. It's the Picocho getting it some real damage. Oh, plot twist. One player is in burnout state. If they didn't tech the throw,
Go, King.
that was a fight heard round the world. Yo, pop that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Overhead. Hits him with a stop and pop. Goes for the rush. Sticks the combo. Player two chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Solid combo. Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Jumps? Knockdown. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Taking stock. From upstairs. Burnout activates. Player two uses the gauge for a super arc. Connects with Sip of Calamity. Kumo ain't tucking you in for bad, but you're going to sleep real fast. A quick breather. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen if they're going for the super arc? The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. A real Picocho! Getting it some real damage. Flatlines them. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talk? Player one chases them down. Back throw to get the side switch. Neither of them willing to back off here. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Very solid corner switch. Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find opening. Gets some. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. They've got their eye on the air. Oh, drive rush to keep it going. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Uses the gauge for a super arm. No cookout complete without Imperium's end. Doesn't miss the smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Sakuhara. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Solid anti-air. Drive rush. Jump goes to the air. Player two is on the brink of disaster. What are they gonna dip crowns from above? Player turning it right up with the super. Giving them the warm explosion with a serious edge. In attack range. Yo, critical flatline zone. Player two was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Medium kick hits. Checks him with the projectile. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Trips him up. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Knockdown. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player two chases them down. Decides to meet them in the air. Springs forward with a drive rush. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Denies the jump in. A quick breather. Medium kick hits. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Connects with the throw. All in with the rush. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Will the drive parry here open things up for him? Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Does a good job of pushing back. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Drive rush to keep it going. Dashes. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Throws them to negate the block. Springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? Goes for the jump in. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Both fighters anticipated that throw. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Blocks it. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Breaks it! With super arts into play, it's getting it all on the drive rush. SBK hits. Throw is denied. What a read! Oh, blocked the cross. All in with a rush. Carried to the corner. This may be bad news. Okay, risky play, but it pays off. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 draws super art incoming. Oh, we're going full third strike with a callback Hyokusen. Noticeable life kick also. Getting in some real damage. Breaking them shins with the low heavy. Turns out they are done. Player 1 made some smart moves there. Great game. Gets carried to the corner. Barely blocks the jump in. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Goes for an overhead. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Takes a trip. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Sticks the combo. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Drive lead opens up. Taking stock. Like that was a tough cross-up. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hits with the overhead. That combo did decent damage. Dashes forward. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. That's a counter. Dashes up. Oh, burnout triggered. Looking to impress with this super. Bans all 3 bars to give up one of life's hardest lockdowns. Take a sip. Going in? Just goes for it at this range. Oh, we're going full third strike with a callback Hyokusen. Hikosho! Getting in some real damage. Kazatsu! Oh my god, what's gonna happen? A lot of pressure. Reads the jump in perfectly. Dangerous. What a read with that anti-air. Woo! I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. The impact doesn't do anything. Breaks the block with a throw. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. What are they thinking here? Player 2 chases them down. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The grab misses. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to go for the massage. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. The drive rush to keep it going. Serenity Stream? What'll happen here? Hit them with a stop and pop. Player bears the impact, not letting that go unpunished. Experiencing burnout. Low heavy. A super art? Risky up close scrap still going. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill him. Taking no prisoners. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Zanku Hadouken! It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Drops them hard! Close range projectile! Player 2, it connects with the throw! What's next? Who will force the others getting it all on the drive rush? I hope you're not a lightweight because one sip of this cup is enough to ether you! This is a bad situation to be in. Medium kick into. This can lead to some big damage. Demon drops him hard. A real test of nerves here. Going in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Escape denied. Piles on the corner pressure. Player 2 can't let this simmer. All in with a rush. They got Lakeson. Gets them in the air. Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Nice fireball. Goes for the rush. Sticks the combo. They got to escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Definitely answers the air attack. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Drive rush to keep it going. Shows the medium kick. Zanku Hado springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump that rushes that off and keeps going. Dashes up. They're going for the super art. Can they keep on him? Gets the jump in. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. What'll happen here? Sends the bar on the Kikosho. Getting up close and personal. Oh, plot twist. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Nice solid counter. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Good anti-air. Trips him up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Nails the anti-air. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. In a dire situation, they can't get some. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Dashes. They quickly get backed into the corner of the stage. Going in, both of them springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will need to play it looking to impress with this super. Big anime vibes at the period's end. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. They're going for the super art. Serving them a severe beatdown, and the fun's just starting. And KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player 1 chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Knockdown. Definitely answers air attack. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? What's the play here? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Decent return on that combo. Takes a trip. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Jumps up. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Both fighters are barely alive. Burnout active. What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Scrapping it out up close. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Gets out of there with a backdash. Knockdown and they return to center stage. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Goes for the throw. Player 2 with the life lead. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Decent return on that combo. Takes the chance to hurt him. Taking stock. Next hit will end the round. Heading into the end game now. Takes a big gets him. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Projectile to try and change the situation. Medium kick. Potential kick. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Spinning bird kick. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. The throw missed. Breaks the block with a throw. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. This is the final round. They gotta lay it all on the table right here. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Dashes. Closes in. Here comes the corner pressure. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Giving them the warm and fuzzy with a period hit. Excellent draw, super hard incoming. Oh, we're going full charge strike with a callback Ryokusen. Player 1 needs to use their drive move to have taps them on the dome. Blitz comes off the tank and scores the win.
Goki wins.
Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. That's a counter. Spinning bird kick. Player 1 chases them down. Goes for the drive rush there. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Lays on the pressure with the projectile. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Gets him. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Can't tech the throw? Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Get out of there with the back dash. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Side switch in the corner. Risky up-close scrap still going. They're going for the super art? Yo, kicking off their face of pain. Oh! Player one brings it home. Let's see if it... Looking